Owatonna girls lacrosse coach is Bill Bernard, and despite yesterday's conditions, the team was able to play, and I guess the field would have been just fine, at least I assume so, playing at RCTC in Rochester, and the Huskies got the win. All sorts of rain gear and warm clothing was needed by all involved, but Bill, you guys got the game in yesterday with a win.
You know what we did? Our girls really fought through the elements and performed well, and I guess our thought was we're going to get wet either way. It's certainly more satisfying when you're cold and wet and you're up on the scoreboard than the opposite. So, we were happy with our night, and it was a good bus ride back.
11-1, and defense has certainly been one of the big stories for you this season. You're not giving up much.
No, actually, right now we're on in the girls' game. We're tops in the state as far as goals allowed. It's just to have 4 games played and only 7 goals allowed is beyond what I could have hoped for. Our girls are just doing a phenomenal job. We've got a very strong group of defenders, a number of seniors, a number of juniors. Carly Mollig, Olivia Olin, Emma Smith all worked the lower defender spot for us, and Gabby Zeman and Maddie Shaver are girls who've been starting for a couple of years now. Actually, Gabby since her freshman year, so this is her 3rd year, who are really good at controlling balls up in the air and just using aggressiveness to make sure we win races to balls. And then we've got a couple of Katie Johnson's also a senior who plays a high defender, and then Amy Oldenburg and Ashley Beckman are both new to varsity this year. They're both 10th graders and have done a phenomenal job to pick up what we're doing and to contribute right away. So defense has been fabulous, and it's we have all of our girls say that we play defense. So our middies have done a really good job of buying into a defense first mentality. And while defense is the theme, the nice part is we still have girls putting it in the net at the other end. So it's we've had 4 10-goal differential games, and it's a really good thing for us because it helps our power rankings and everything else, and it shows that we dominated on the field without necessarily rubbing it in on our opponent, because we want to be good sportsmen about it as well.
And has it been a pretty good balance of the scoring for the most part?
Not quite as balanced as maybe we have been in the past. We're still relying on Krista. She's had a number of multi-goal games. I believe she's had 20 goals right now through 4 games, so averaging 5 goals a game. But one of these where we're still having offensive flow in the zone, and it's not all Krista. I believe we've probably got at least 10 players who are on the in the scorebook now, if not more. And we had some multiple goal scorers last night. Megan Rethmeyer got 3 goals, and Megan Schuler got 2 goals. So we've got other girls who are getting on the board. We'd like to get that a little bit more balanced, but we like the way our offense is working. And Krista is just a phenomenal lacrosse player. Actually, last night she had been tied for our program all-time lead. As of the prior game, she had tied it, and now in our 4th game of her senior year, she's our new all-time leading scorer with 127 goals over her career. So she's got another 9 or 10 games to really sort of put that record out of probably distance for players, at least for the foreseeable future.
The score was 11-1 yesterday over Century, and I think, what was it, 12 or 13-0 over Northfield last Saturday?
You know what it was, and these are certainly programs at different levels. Northfield is still relatively young since coming into MSHSL. They're making good strides. Dan Dupé, who's the coach there, is doing a good job. They've really built their program, and they're up to 50-plus kids playing high school lacrosse, which is great for them. And, we're excited for their improvement because, we want it to particularly continue to grow within Big 9. And but the significant part, I guess, there for us is that we had really never gotten a shutout before, and it is difficult to do. But 13-0, and then probably another thing significant, regarding shutouts is last night Century scored the first goal of the game. So it was we were down 1-0 and then had 11 unanswered. So I think we go back and they scored on an 8-meter shot, which is more difficult for the goalie. And Casey Borwidge, who's our goalie, is just phenomenal. We try to limit the quality of shots on her, but when we can't do that, she just steps up big, and she's very mild-mannered. When you talk to her, but she's fierce when she's competing in a game. Great ability to focus on what the merit's at hand, and I think just like any good goalie, you want them to learn from what the last goal that went in and try to make adjustments, but not to focus on it too much because our premise is don't let the last goal be responsible for the next goal, and so have a little bit of a put it behind you and just focus on the next thing, and she does a phenomenal job at that.
What's the week ahead? Your upcoming games?
We're actually this being Saturday morning, we're heading up to Bloomington, Kennedy for a back-to-back this afternoon. And we have a little bit of a break early part of the week, which will be good for us, just for our, just a couple things. We got some stuff we want to work on. And on Thursday, we will play away at John Marshall Lords, which is a co-op team in Rochester. And then Saturday, we come back for actually our second home game, which will be a big event for lacrosse, and that we will have like a cancer awareness game, and it will be on the same day as From the Heart. So the proceeds that we raise from our various efforts, we will be donating to our association will be donating to From the Heart to help support their effort and for our girls to understand their roles as community citizens here, and to help people who are have big obstacles in front of them right now, and to let them know that we care about them.
Bill Bernard, Owatonna High School girls lacrosse, a win yesterday over Century, unbeaten on the season still. It's been a great start. Good luck keeping it going, Bill. Thanks for the time.
Okay. Thank you very much, Roy.
Coach's Show on KRFO.